What's good, YouTube and Kisame Unlimited fans? My name is Jonathan Moore from House of Champions. You may know me from talking about certain segments like Market Watch, and my roommate Billy Brake is a mainstay on our channel as well. But let's go ahead and get into this video topic, and if you like this, be sure to subscribe over on my channel, as Kisame is being nice enough to let me go ahead and guest upload this. And we're going to talk about hyped prices, cards that get hyped, and where that kind of goes. Like, how do cards get hyped, and how do you see hype to see if it's merited or if it's a fake buyout and you should be saving your money, not worrying if it's going to go higher. So Dandelion Ultimate Rare, just a couple days ago, you could go and find them for $10, and it's up to $15. Well, it was actually all the way up to $20. And I told my viewers, hey guys, wait a minute. I know Predator plants are coming out, and I know that people are going to hype this card because it's the perfect combination of playability as well as collectability. It's a really nice looking card. It's kind of one of those mainstays in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Plants, of course, very loved. But the deck is not quite there yet, and a lot of people are even wondering if it'll be keeping up, because Zodiac Beast, Wind Witch, and all these other decks just seem to dominate. But I do think that it has merit, that it's an amazing looking card, and it's always been a good card. And when retro format kind of decks do happen, like GOAT format, Plants could be one of them. So I do think that the card had deserved a price higher than $10, but people purposely spiked it all the way to $20, and were trying to spike it even higher if they could. But it was very, very obvious that it was being forced, and I actually caught them in the act. We went over to eBay, and at the time, there were mint $10 listings during the buyout, and I was able to say, hey, this is being forced. And look, they missed some. But often, after a buyout, even the bigger vendors will come in and start, like Super Special Awesome Games is a bigger one, and start listing lower than the 20 and immediately knock it down. Apex Cards out of Texas, actually, with one of the lowest prices. So you just see these bigger vendors come back in and start to quell the price, and if the hype is true, just wait a few days, and while you may have missed an opportunity, you'll start to learn when to kind of go in and when not to. Because like with this one, I said I would not. And you see these 15s, well, they're still there, and I think it'll continue to go down for a little bit, but it's still an amazing card. So a similar situation is tonight. Buyouts shot up to 25, and we had seen it go to 15, back down to 12, back down to 10, and whoosh, it's come back all the way because people are really hyping the grass is always tastier on the other side, or as most of you might know that keep up with the OCG, lawn mowing. Now, 25 is really high, and it's actually that on both platforms, eBay and TCG. I like to look at both. And the first place people will buy out are all the vendors, because the vendors' cards get listed on TCG and such also, and you can usually find deals a little cheaper because there aren't fees if they're selling on their website. But Buyouts is definitely being forced here. Now, is the hype true? I personally think this deck could do really well at Seattle because people have not mastered Zodiacs yet. It will only have been out for a week, and people really know a deck like Infernoid. So getting a power-up to a deck that's already still topping regionals in this format really could be a deadly combo to let that deck actually steal a win, much like it did back in Dallas under our current reigning national champion, Eric Christensen. So, is the hype real? Maybe. Is it an unprinted card from Megatins? It never got printed in the Megatins. Yes, just like Monolith. And we've seen Monolith kind of skyrocket over and over again as it comes back to playability. And Buyouts is definitely coming to the forefront of playability. So is this deserved? It hasn't done it yet, but there's so much speculation around it that I have to say it's deserving of being more than, you know, probably $10, maybe $15, but 25 seems really high. So, personally, I would not buy into this, but if it does steal the win at Seattle, man, it's going to cause a shockwave. But I still, even if it wins, don't see it going much higher than 25, or if any. It's so much for an ultra rare, even if it never got Megaton. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section below what you think about forced buyouts and how you kind of spot them. One other last trick that I can tell you to do: eBay allows you to go to sold listings. Always be sure to swap this back out when you're, I look at price plus shipping lows first, go to end date recent first, and we can see nothing has sold over $10. So that artificial price is still there until you start seeing some sales. This $19 one is a 2x sale, so still $10. Nothing over there. So you always do want to kind of check that as well, so you can kind of sniff out that hype. Again, House of Champions, home to myself and Billy Break. We do plenty of awesome coverage on TCG regionals, OCG content, price watches like this, where we talk about the changes and the reason for the changes, such as, like, we know this is predator plants that's kind of causing this swirl, and we know that lawn mowing is causing this. So I give you not only what's happening, but the why. So be sure to subscribe, and again, huge shout outs to Kisame Unlimited for this guest upload, guys.